Oh shit.
What is up, you beautiful baby dumpers? How are you? This is the voicemail dump truck. My name is Jeff Bacalar. It is Thursday, January 30th, 2025. January is almost on its way out, but we are on our way in. Isn't that right, my friends? That's right. The voicemail dump truck comes to you from Giant Bomb headquarters in beautiful San Francisco, California. That's where we all are right now. And by all of us, I just mean Jan Ochoa.
That's me. I'm here, technically, from San Francisco. Yes. Yada I mean.
Yada mean, beautiful news. Dan Reichert, where are you?
I'm in Minnesota. Yada mean.
Can't get worse than that,
skull.
Jeff.
I think we say skull. Sorry.
Yeah. Jeff Grubb, what's up with you, bud?
I was told today that on January 30th, we are closer to the beginning of March than we are to the beginning of January, and that upset me.
Whoa.
It's just a little brain buster. Don't worry about it.
That's right.
It's right.
It's right, but I'm sick of February getting shitted on is what I'm sick of.
Oh, yeah, and also a skid. Thank you, Dougman. That's right.
This is the voicemail dump truck. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you to ABC in chat who reminded me to talk about myself being tragically normal.
Oh, yeah.
I had a physical last week, and the doctor told me I am tragically normal.
Yeah.
Well, he
Like,
didn't say
on the verge of death of being normal?
no. He didn't.
Did the doctor
he didn't
say that specifically?
So allow me to elaborate. He didn't use the word tragically, but he meant tragically the way he said it. He had tragic energy. He was, I go into the physical. I get a little worked up whenever I go to the doctor. I work myself into a work.
No.
Okay.
No, did I fail that? I work myself into a DDT. And what happens is
I'll accept it.
I get all worried. I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad. I hate going here, blah, blah, blah. So I get the exam and the doctor's just like, I got to say, Jeff, like, there's just nothing remarkable about you.
That's good, though. You want that, right?
I know, Dan. I'm aware of how this works. I'm aware of the transactional relationship we have with doctors. I understand. But it just felt also kind of like not great too at the same time. I don't know.
Do you expect me to be like, oh, I'm seeing that you're jacked? Like, what do you expect him to say?
No,
You're a world-class athlete.
Yeah. Are you a hockey player professionally?
I think the funny part was that. The funny part is like that's the only place you want to hear that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the only place you want to hear that you're boring is a doctor's office, right? Like,
Yeah.
I had noticed, I wear this smartwatch. It's very smart. It's not an Apple Watch.
I think it's
No, it doesn't shock me, so it can't be that smart. And I never really paid attention to resting heart rate.
That's a big one.
Okay.
That was never something I really did.
It's an indicator of cardio fitness, Mr. Backler.
So, I guess like over the last month or so, I'd been glancing at it, and I've been noticing you get the average on the day, and I've been noticing the range was anywhere from cardio activity, like 140, 50, 60, right? And then the low end was like 48.
What? Good. What are you, Chad Gable?
So, right. So I'm going into and I'm like prepared to tell the doctor this news. And he's like, no, he's like, that's really good. He's like resting heart rate between 50 and 60 is like fairly healthy. And I was like, oh, cool. So this whole thing that I was worrying about, it's not anything to worry about. And I said, like, yeah, I get a lot of like hockey exercise multiple times a week. And he's like, yeah, great. Keep it up.
It's fantastic. Yeah,
you're tragically normal.
Yeah. That line on the graph on the Apple Health thing, it'll directly correlate with like how in shape you are cardio wise. That's a great one to see go down.
So what I don't understand, like, I'm surprised that we're not at the point where like every doctor is like, you should be wearing a heart monitor at all times. Like, I feel like
I think
know what
they're
I mean?
afraid to do that, right? Because they don't want to be like seen as invasive. But and the thing is, they know we're going to get there. They know that we're all going to just willingly do that because Apple's going to sell us some dumb thing, and we're going to be like, yeah, we
Right.
want that, and then yeah, it's just we're all going to adopt it naturally. All right, I'm at 77. Is that okay?
Yeah,
No,
I think
that could be way worse.
yeah, I think
yeah, that's kind of my feeling. It's not the best, but could be way worse. Okay,
he was
See
saying
where
like
I've been.
60 to 80
Also,
is
you guys
like
just stress me
normal.
out.
60 to 80 is normal. He said 40 to 60 is what did he use? I don't know what the word he used, but it was like overly ideal, I guess is like what you would want. And I was like, all right, I guess this is good. I was surprised. It felt good. It felt good. There, I said it. I'm allowed to say it. It felt good.
Good.
Yeah.
Last month I've been low 60s. It looks like is my resting.
Yeah,
An okay spot to be in. I'm sure that'll change once I start training. But yeah, you want to stay down there.
that's nice. Very good.
I'm not feeling good.
Oh
Physically?
no.
No, I mean,
Tell us
Emotionally?
about it.
Oh,
it's,
let's talk
it's the
about it.
whole mind body thing. So I said bind. The mind body connection where I was telling Jan this morning, I've been feeling kind of testy recently.
Testy.
Yeah, just like like on edge, and everything everyone's saying is like I should
What-
fight them about that.
What could be happening in the world that would render a person like that?
And I'm realizing, oh yeah, it's really gotten to me. It has really worn me down. And I am taking it out on everything and everyone else around me, not to like some extreme degree, but to a point where I'm uncomfortable with the way I'm behaving a lot of the time. So I'm like trying to figure out what I can do. So just went outside for a long time this morning because thankfully, Dan, your above freezing weather finally became my above freezing weather recently.
Nice.
And I'm like, I can survive outside for an extended period of time. And I'm like, oh, I think a big part of this is obviously the state of the world. That is not
Sure.
helping. But there was 2 months there where I just didn't get any sun.
Do you take
Because-
vitamin D?
Yeah, I know. I need to take vitamin D.
Vitamin
That's-
D3,
I
get a good amount of that every day.
literally ordered some this morning.
Good,
So
good. You need
yes, I'm like, I'm realizing that like there's just some basic bodily needs that I've been missing out on. And on top of, oh, it's getting to me. Last night I saw a meme that's like, he's going to get rid of the income tax. I'm like, wait, is that real? And I couldn't tell. And I'm like, that's bad that I can't tell if this is real or not. And then I went to Google to search it. I'm like, my immediate thought was, I don't know if I can trust the search results on this anymore because it's going to be AI bullshit or whatever.
Mhm.
And so I just started going to this little bit of a tailspin. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I think it's
boy.
I think the slope has never been more slippery.
Yes.
I think we throw away the internet.
Yeah, maybe. Man,
I've
it
been
was
saying
for
that
a
forever.
long time.
You know that red button we've talked about on this podcast where I'd kill all the bees?
Yeah.
If it was the shut down internet button, I would butt stomp on that.
Now
But
I'm
they
just
pulled a
gonna
dad
go ahead
joke
and
while you
push
did it.
back on that a little bit there, bud. Just a little
What?
bit. On the whole, let's unplug the internet thing.
Uh-huh.
I agree that the argument that it has done more bad than good is rapidly becoming more and more true.
Mhm.
I just think we've sort of invested too much of our day to day into it.
We'll restart.
How about we dismantle it?
No,
Right?
Yeah.
blow it up.
Internet
Well,
too.
All the servers.
I just don't. You want to go all Tyler Durden on it, and I don't think you can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, but what if we let the Pixies play? That'll solve it.
Yeah, we could
It'll feel a lot
Project
cooler.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a
It'll
magazine instead of a website.
It'll feel a hell of a lot cooler. I'll tell you that.
Back You'll be Edward Norton and I'll be Tyler Durden. How about that?
They're
I don't
the same
know.
person.
Good, Jan, you're Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I want
that
to
is
be
pretty.
the big guy with boobs.
No,
Meatloaf.
Grub, you're
That's
not Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
You're
I
Jared
want
Leto.
to be Meatloaf.
I'm sorry
You're
to say
Jared
you're
Leto.
Jared Leto.
Fuck.
Oh,
Grub.
Jared Leto.
I'm sorry.
That's a bad.
I know.
I think.
I'm sorry.
I think
that's why
Grub is Meatloaf. I think he's Robert
Oh,
I'm,
Paulson.
I'm 30 seconds to Mars.
Who's Mitch?
He's not in this movie.
Mitch isn't in it?
He doesn't have to be in
he's not in
everything.
this movie. Actually.
He's just not in this movie.
You don't
I'm
need to-
sorry. We don't have a role for you, Mike.
You don't need
Meatloaf's
to put
big
Mike in
naturals
everything.
mod. Sorry, that's very good.
Has Meatloaf ever been in a game?
He's
The Fight Club game, right?
Oh, is he selectable? Bobby,
What?
isn't the likeness of Meatloaf, though?
That's probably.
I actually do think Mike is Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Oh, the theater kid energy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mike is Meatloaf. All right,
He
Grub,
would
you're Jared
do-
Leto.
Anything for a laugh.
That's true. That's
But he
true.
won't do
Yeah,
that.
Mike's still
won't do that.
Meatloaf. And politically, they align. So, yeah. Well, you know, until he passed away.
Politically.
Yeah.
All right, we have a lot to accomplish. We've reached the part of the show where I am caught up on the world of Giant Bomb and Giant Bomb lore.
Are you? Like,
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Huh?
What happened
Like,
this
it was
week?
like 2 weeks ago you learned about knife first bat.
What? No, that's not true.
There's some critical thing. Yeah.
I learned about that many years ago. Vinny taught me about it. He
I
sat
challenge
me
you
down.
to a knife
Back
bat
alley.
fight. Yeah.
He sat me down on his lap and we watched a bunch of videos together.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
What did I miss this week? Come on, there's got to be a thing.
Well,
There's
the
got to be
movie
a thing.
the movie conversation started on this one, so you're up
Yeah.
to date on that.
Oh yeah, you did miss that. Like Dan misrepresented the argument in several places, and so
That I got front row seats at because
yes,
it wasn't 20 seconds after that show recording ended did Vinny chat me and go, Dan's an idiot, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, let me guess. He totally misrepresented the point that we were making. And he's like, spot on. Yeah, Dan, I'm sorry, dude. Like, he literally, I'm not joking. He went to me right
That
after
rules.
and was like, I don't believe you acted the way Dan described. Like, I don't believe him.
I would
I'm
not
like-
have described you as like, you know, searching TikToks while you're watching.
you've
a movie.
literally done that multiple times now. But yeah, keep going.
That's not what we're not talking about that.
Yeah, also
Again,
that-
you seem to have like missed the thread there a little bit.
This is really good because his the best defense has been like Vinny agreed with me. So to hear that Vinny
Right,
immediately
exactly.
was like,
Everyone, Vinny, Abby, and Alex all agree with me.
You know, Dan's gaslighting strategy is like, I will make you think you are wrong, even though you and I both know you're very right.
okay, wait, I do have okay. When there is a biographical picture, how would you portmanteau those two words? Like when you have a BIOPIC, how would you say that?
Biopic?
Okay, now Jan.
Okay. Biopic.
Okay, that's and like I
Biopic
don't think
sounds
this
like a
is a-
procedure.
I've always said biopic. I feel like it's been said that way. I'm not saying it's correct, but I feel like I'm not. This isn't a just
I think
me thing.
no. I think
No.
I think they're, let's call them interchangeable. I think
Yeah,
that's-
I think they're
I think it's a niche thing. You know.
I think it's mostly interchangeable. I mean, it is a portmanteau of biographic pictures, so it's the
Right.
bio from that and pick.
I don't
Right,
think
which
that's.
is-
I see the logic. Yeah.
But when you said biopic, I did know what you meant, and I had heard it before, but not very frequently.
let's just
I will take offense though that you did ask Dan. Are you pulling a Jan?
Well,
oh, that's
Jan.
well, Jan, you're famously known,
Jan,
I
come on.
mispronounced words. What?
but deliberately.
Okay. All right. Well, deliberately, undeliberately. Deliberate. The science is still out.
Clibbardly.
No, I don't want to know the answers from you guys. Actually, never mind.
Well, now you have to.
I also think we should not sort of gallivant in these shit-stirring moments
Good
when we
word.
don't need to.
Well, that's one of the things. It's like, oh, I keep doing that, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing that because I'm in a bad mood. So I'm like,
Oh,
you're right.
God, what a
gotta
vicious
get out of it.
cycle.
I'd like to say I think I'm being reasonable here by hearing the other side and being like, yeah, that makes sense too. I think that both of our sides make
Oh
sense.
wow!
There.
Oh, amazing! You mean the one time you've ever exercised that?
I'm a uniter, not
In
a
your
divider.
life.
I'm a uniter.
What a wonderful, special moment this must be for you.
No, I'm just saying we all. I don't think any of us are wrong.
Hey,
Great.
I can't give insight to the full conversation here, but I did have an idea, and Dan liked it so much he said he was going to forget that it was my idea and say it was his. And I,
Oh, is that what we just talked about?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I want to
Yeah.
say that
Last
I
meeting.
actually shoot like that because it's fun to come up with an idea, but then to sort of like push it
It's your
through.
idea.
I don't know if I have the energy for that, but if Dan likes something,
I'll take the
he'll-
reins and
He'll
credit.
make it happen.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, Dan, your idea. Let's fucking
Dan
go.
has no one he needs to convince. Okay,
Yes, that's fair. Yeah.
I have to do the fucking
But I
work.
can still take the credit. You do the work. Grub came up with the idea, and I'll take the credit. I think we all win.
Yeah,
This is making me uncomfortable. What else have I missed in the world of Giant Bomb?
Dragons
I don't know.
and Dragons.
Is there
Emma was
anything?
up here for a second.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's cool.
Did you play clickclickbomb.com yet?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was. I don't want to brag, guys, but I might have been player number 1.
Oh, that's right. I saw you in the credits. That's right.
I'm in the
you're a
credits?
tester.
Wait, there's credits? What?
Yeah, if you click through if you don't just immediately go to do the new game plus, and for people listening that might not know, clickclickbomb.com is a clicker idle game that you can get to by going to clickclickbomb.com, and it's based on a bunch of Giant Bomb stuff. If you instead of clicking the new game plus thing immediately, there's a like OK button at the top. If you keep hitting that, it'll keep saying messages, and eventually it's like, Chuck Dowski made this with a lot of help from blank, 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 and here are my tester friends that helped out. And Jerf was in there. So yeah, you're in the credits.
That's me, Dan.
I
I'm
wanna be
taking
in the
credit for
credits.
that.
I will give video game developers the permission. I would just like to be in more game credits, so you can just put me in your game credits as whatever.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah.
Everyone take note.
Yeah, you can put me down as anything. Playtesters,
Right.
special thanks. Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Chuck says, "Fuck no."
Awesome. Clickclickbomb.com. Go there. I popped it in my high school friends chat, and not 1 hour later did 7 of them be like, "What the fuck have you done to us, Bacalar?"
Oh yeah, I mean, it's
Good.
It's good. It works.
It's good. It's on the short list of game of the year for
Yeah.
2025.
Actually, yeah.
For shoot.
For shoot. That's
Mhm.
what all the kids say. Is there anything new at Taco Bell?
There's the dipper gimmicks. They're very good. They're smaller than you might think. Why is Grub shaking his head?
I'm going
it's just
tonight.
incredible that I'm like, where does this question come from? And without missing a beat, Dan had an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had him the last 2 Fridays in a row.
I'm just like, I'm astonished, and I'm trying not to give in to the astonishment.
I mean, that's my one, like all of my meals this entire month have been super duper healthy. And I allow myself that one time a week, like usually Friday nights, like I'll get whatever Taco Bell horse shit I want. And I got the dipper gimmicks twice in a row. Yeah.
I know, but there's like it was not like, oh, Dan's eating so unhealthy that he knows about Taco Bell. Like lots of people eat unhealthy, but don't even think about what they're doing. The fact that you are keeping up with the Taco Bell news blog is like, I'm not even, it's like a weird thing. I'm just impressed.
I check Taco Bell subreddits. I follow Instagram accounts that have like, oh, hey, we're going to start having this Happy Meal thing. We're going to do, Taco Bell's introducing this. Arby's is doing this thing. I will frequently go into the DoorDash app and I'll make the rounds. Wendy's, McDonald's, not Burger King, they're trash. Taco Bell, and then Popeyes. And I'll just be like, ooh, Popeyes has a new ghost pepper sandwich. Like I look around for the gimmicks because they usually put them up top in the featured thing. So soon it's going to be Shamrock Shake season. So I'm going to be getting a lot of Shamrock McFlurries. I always check for the gimmicks because that's always what I get.
Are you subscribed to livingmoss.com?
Yes, I am familiar with Living Moss and the subreddit. Yes.
He celebrates the entire collection. That's great. Made notes. Thank you. I'm going to have it tonight. I've decided.
It's good. It's good. Get the
All right. Last thing, and this is Jan's thing, so I'll let him tell it. Jan, do you want to explain the $100 bill situation?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, let's go.
So I had a $100 bill, and then I didn't have time to make food, and the taco truck was already open at 10 a.m. And then I asked the crew that was there during the Virtua Fighter stream today, hey, do you think I can get away using this $100 bill? Everyone said, no, don't do that, because that'd be too much money for a taco truck
To make change
that
sure.
early in the morning, right? Because they got to
Sure.
have change for the rest of the day. I said, screw that. I'm going to go down anyway. The kind lady was like, we know you, but it's still early. And then I sensed her hesitation, and I just looked at the 2 dudes behind me, and I said to her, I'll get their food.
You did?
Wow.
Do you expense it?
No, because it was my
Wow.
$100
The
bill.
$100 bill, Dan. It's not. That's
It's
not
during the work
story.
day, Yeah.
That's
Well, good.
amazing.
That's awesome, Jan. Good work.
Yeah, they just got burritos. We had like a little burrito toast afterwards. It was cute.
Oh, nice.
So what did so you put those people in a position, right, to where like if someone's offering to buy my lunch like totally unsolicited, I'm like, okay, what's the cash? Like, do I have to listen to your TED talk? Like, what's going on?
Now,
How'd that
my
go?
assumption these days is they're trying to do the pay it forward thing. Like, and I'm supposed to buy the next person's lunch.
Was this
and
a
I'm-
55 burgers thing?
Well, it could end up that way, but I am like unsure about that situation. Like, are you the first person to start this chain, and now it's up to me to like decide if the chain is going to turn into a thing? I don't know. I don't love that position. So you're right. Why'd you do that to these people, Jan?
Well, because it was 10 a.m., I knew that the taco truck would not get busy, so they would not be put out.
Mm.
I strategically deployed myself to eat earlier than I normally do.
Very considerate.
Yeah.
I can see the taco truck. But yeah, that's still not enough to really break that 100, though.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I have thought about asking if there was no one behind me and they wouldn't take my $100 bill. Can I just start a tab?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I was like, oh, if they know you, right? Like,
Yeah, I've borrowed Wi-Fi from them for us.
they'd be like, I'm good for it. Like, I'll get you back tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah. But
That'd
then
be fine.
But then I was thinking, like, I don't want to have to get a burrito tomorrow. I need
God
to, like,
forbid.
yeah. It's just a whole thing.
Did it let you empathize with Mike Minotti since he's always walking around with $1 million $100 bills in his pockets?
No,
how
I'll
hard
never
life
know
must
what
be for him because of that.
I'll never know what it's like to be that flush with cash.
No.
Yeah.
I wish I was there for that. That seemed awesome.
Incredible.
It was impressive. Yeah.
What if now he carries like 2 wallets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
His
just
work
picture
wallet and his shoot wallet.
I think now, like, after I saw that, I was like, oh man, he must have like a pocket knife strapped to his ankle also, where he keeps like another $600 in cash.
No. He just gets handed wads of cash by his dad and then forgets about it. That's all that is. And he doesn't do this anymore, everybody, so please don't mug him. He's not making me say that, I swear.
I could see Mike Minotti with a wallet chain.
Yeah.
In what, 2000
No,
or
now?
I think more now than when they were in style. Yeah.
Do you guys have friends that like carry knives?
Yeah.
Like just like everywhere they go, they just got like have like not like even just like a pocket knife, but like, a kind of a flip out.
Oh yeah.
Relatively large.
Yeah, like when I go on a trip, I usually bring one.
Sure, if you go on a trip, but like my brother just has one everywhere to the point where it's like every time he goes to a hockey game, he forgets he has one. He can't go into the hockey arena with the friggin' knife. So he hides it in a bush. And I'm like, there's definitely cameras everywhere. Someone's going to see you do that, and they're going to come take it away because they don't want like a knife laying around their property
or whatever you hid there.
Yeah. And so it's always gone when he comes back to get it.
Being from Kansas, I mean, everyone just has guns all the time, it seems. And I remember I went to my sister's wedding a couple years ago, and there was someone there that had a sword cane because it was going to be near downtown Kansas City, which, downtown, terrifying. And so, this older man is like, I got to bring my sword. So he literally had a sword disguised as a cane there. And then a different wedding, Kayla saw a guy doing the worm and a gun flew out of his suit pocket. Like, it's just, man, people love carrying guns around.
What a cartoon fucking country. Oh my God.
Can you imagine that cut of the Joker movie where Joaquin Phoenix decides to do the worm and then the gun falls out?
God. That's so insane.
We were going to a Royals game once, and my friend brought like a friend that was from Wichita brought a friend from back home. I didn't know this friend. That was like, and Nathan, my friend, asked his friend like, "Hey, you're not bringing your gun to the Royals game, are you?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm always strapped." He's like, "That's gonna be a problem. Like they've got metal detectors." Like, I don't care. Always strapped. Always strapped. It's like,
so what happened? So did he get his gun back?
I don't know. I don't remember him ever we were going to the Royals game and it was like in his pants during this conversation. I never saw him take the gun out. And
look, I'm sure there's people who have smuggled guns into sporting events tragically.
Yeah.
But like, I would have imagined the vast majority of people attempting to do so get caught.
I would think so.
I would hope.
I just try to sneak whiskey in. That's way easier. Yeah.
Right. I want to be unequivocal about this. I think people who carry guns everywhere are pathetic. I think they're very dumb and loser.
It's super weird. It's super
very unnecessary thing. Like I always see when like more rural people go to like Kansas City or downtown Minneapolis and they just follow certain news. And it's like, I need to be strapped. And it's like, no, you don't.
See, it's also it's a regional thing. Like, I mean, hearing that, like, I can't even understand that. Because it's just not I'm not saying people don't have guns here. They absolutely do. I just don't think they like advertise it in the way that sounds like where you folks are from maybe do.
You'll see those pictures of people like in line at Subway and they've got like holsters and shit.
Like an M4 on their back.
What are we doing?
Yeah. They're just, I guess they're just little bitches, right? Like, I guess
think they're little bitches. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't normally like using the word bitch, but I've been just thinking
love it
a lot lately.
Yeah, I love.
Like, damn, a lot of little bitches out there, huh?
Yeah, you sad little bitch, right?
Right.
But
Tiny little bitches. Yeah.
I do think the knife thing is just way more utilitarian. Like,
Sure. I'm like when he talked about it, my brother, I'm like, I do have a knife. It would be so many times a week. I'm like, man, I wish I had my knife, but I'm never gonna remember to carry it with me.
Yeah, but like tasers are like lightning. It's like you're the emperor.
Whoa. How did we get to tasers though?
You got to carry something around. I'm saying, wouldn't it be more fun to carry a taser?
Yeah, but you
No,
can't
a
open
taser's not going to
box with
open a
taser.
box. Yeah.
Yeah, like a taser is
tried
like
to try
only
it?
useful if you are definitely being attacked, and then also, hey, a knife
what's
is
the-
also useful in that
Oh!
situation.
I didn't consider the knife being useful for other things than self-defense. I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about
No, it's
self-defense.
it's a utility thing, but
Yeah,
Oh,
a
I've
tool.
never needed a knife in my life. Well, no, peanut butter sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah.
you were about to say I've never needed a knife in my entire life.
Then I
That's
thought
what you were
about that.
to
You make
say.
a lot of peanut butter
Yeah,
sandwiches.
it's just
Yeah.
fucked up how many words of that sentence got out
Yeah.
of your mouth.
Yeah, that sucked actually.
That sucks, man. If you couldn't tell,
I
it's a
don't
call-in
really use
show.
no. I mean, outside of PB sandwiches and like chicken breasts, I don't use knives.
I don't want to hear it. Hey, I
What,
don't
what
want
are
to
you
hear it.
using knives for all the time?
I
You
open
skinning
boxes.
bears?
I break
Open-
down boxes.
Open boxes to like
Taking
you
your
can
keys.
you
Get one of
can
those- Get a
can
little
use-
magnet gimmick on your fridge. It's got like a ceramic. Like that's how you open a box.
the door doesn't close right. I get in there and I whittle it
yeah,
away.
you can like you know. You can
I
use
gotta
it as like
threaten
a-
people
to-
for cigarettes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Murder. Hello, murder. You ever
Sure,
think
of
of that?
course.
Stabbing.
to get inside the cockpit.
Yeah.
Like I said, call-in show. That's what this is. Isn't it obvious? 707 exit flu is our phone number. Please leave a voicemail and we'll try and get to it next week. But this week, we have a bunch of voicemails to choose from. And the first one's going out to Jan Ochoa.
I honestly didn't think the Bants section lasted that long, and then I looked at the shoot clock. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it sneaks up
Oh,
on you.
Cookout.
Yo, what up, dumpers? Just left a voicemail, but flubbed that shit hard, so I'm doing it again. If you were invited to the cookout, this cookout that you guys have been talking about for the last couple of podcasts, what are you bringing to said cookout? What are you going to bring that's not going to embarrass you at these like special cookout that you've been invited to? What can you bring that like shows who you are? What's going to make Jeff Baclar stop being coworker? You know, obviously Dan is only going to bring drinks. Don't let Dan bring any food to the cookout.
Joe's
But
kissing.
like, what are you bringing? All right, love you. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Yeah.
caller.
I'm
What do you
bringing
guys-
Joe's KC barbecue and a bunch of Northeast.
What? What's the Northeast?
Northeast is it's a Minnesota beer. It's grain belt.
Great. I don't like this. How come we didn't bring this up in the
Yeah,
catch-up?
Joe's Casey is
segment?
pre-cooked. I don't know. It's a little weird, right, to bring pre-cooked barbecue to someone
Oh
else's
yeah,
cookout?
yeah. I'm not.
I don't know how to cook it.
Yeah, no, I know. So
It's
that's why
cooked.
they said you shouldn't bring food.
Yeah, it's cooked. When your JC's with Casey's, whatever it's called, like it comes to you cooked, does it not?
Kansas
And that's
City.
why it feels very low stakes to me. It's just like,
It's a-
I just throw this in a sous vide thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
But it's someone else's cookout where they are probably I don't know, possibly could be offended. If
Really?
you
Yeah.
bring pre-cooked barbecue to their barbecue.
Yes, it's like you're one-upping the cooks.
Oh, okay. What about
Oh.
Cheez-Its?
Perfect.
No. Okay, fine.
Like
Well,
4
uh,
boxes. It'll get the snap, get the grooves.
Yeah.
Deviled eggs. I would bring deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs in the
Yeah.
sun.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're gonna get eaten real fast. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I would make sure they're like a cooler situation. So
Okay.
and they would be like blocked from the sun, like with a roof, a deviled egg roof. Yeah.
I like that. Jan.
I'll bring two things.
Okay.
I'll bring some lumpia. For those uninitiated, lumpia is a Filipino egg roll. The
Ooh.
second thing I'm going to bring, big old bottle of Henny, baby.
Okay.
Nice.
I just bought a bottle of Henny.
Hell
Two-
yeah.
Yeah.
Two things we need to discuss that I've been reminded of. First, the buzz ball situation.
Mm.
I was in a liquor store about 3 weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and I saw them.
Good.
And the person at the register, like we both like he saw that I looked at them and like looked back at him, and then he looked at me and we both just started laughing.
And then you're like, we're both thinking about Jan right now, aren't we?
Basically,
You guys held hands for a little
I
bit.
don't know what was communicated silently in our trading of glances, but like whatever it was, we both understood something funny about the kiosk of like buzz balls at the checkout counter. I
You seen
thought
the
you'd
giant
appreciate
ones?
that. These were like the medium-sized ones. These were like the
The default
these are
ones.
like the bocce ball size ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The giant ones are crazy. Jan, have you had those?
Oh yeah, I have one in my fridge right now.
Nice. What flavor?
The green.
Okay, I was gonna say green. It's a green apple, right?
I think it's a margarita.
Yeah, whatever. It's green. Green
Yeah,
flavor.
Green.
Yeah.
That's actually what is important here is the color.
We
Like a Jolly Rancher.
Yes.
I really wish someone was watching this because it was probably hilarious from afar because we just didn't say any. We didn't even he didn't even say like, oh, those are dumb, aren't they? We just laughed together at their expense, and then he checked me out. He was like, "Did you find everything you need?" I'm like, "Yeah," but not after a laugh. Anyway, this
I
coworker thing.
want to point out that there are several things I associate with Janet Choa now, and that is buzzballs, gambling, and 10-minute smoke breaks.
Yes,
Yeah.
smoke breaks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Smoke Break.
Yeah, I'll call you. Yeah, the Vice Squad.
The brand is strong, baby.
Yeah.
The burritos are in there. I've seen burrito related activities with Jan
Yes,
many times.
9 hot dogs and 9 beers. Yes.
Yeah.
What's I don't know. Have we asked what Smoke Break thinks about this?
We're just circling the drain right now, baby. It's cool.
This arc sucks, Jan.
January's almost over.
Will it help if I tell everyone I'm planning to go to Vegas?
So what are you preparing? Is this like, are you warming up for the race? Is that what you're saying? Are you training?
I don't know. I was like, hey, what if I just arrange a friend trip to Vegas? And then like I enlisted a friend that is like down to clown 98% of the time.
I don't
You're
like how there's
training.
dry counties with alcohol. I think Vegas is a no smoke city. So
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere in the city. You
Well,
can.
it's fine. After January ends
Famously.
and maybe one weekend in February, I'm done.
The last time I was in Vegas for recreation was like 2014, and I was there during March Madness.
Oh, that's fun.
And so many people with the cigar situation was unhinged in a way, like because everyone's there for gambling on Final Four, and it was
And that was before like sports gambling was legal in a lot of states, so they were all the deviants flocked
It
to
was
their mecca. And I understand
DGen
that's a very
Con.
offensive use of the term mecca.
Yeah, DGen Con for sure. It was, oh my lord.
I see folks chiming into the chat here. No, it's not Michael Heim that I'm talking about. Because if Michael Heim and I,
100% down to clown.
yes,
Yeah.
he's 100% down to clown.
Yeah, no one
I need
argues
that
with that.
2% to like pull me back off the edge.
The 2% is going to save your life.
Yeah, I think I've told the story. I think second to last night at Comic-Con, the night ended at 2 a.m. Michael Heim and I, forehead to forehead, sobbing, telling each other we love each other. You're my brother. Anyway,
It's me and Mitch every awards night.
That sounds normal. That's
Mostly
fine.
sobbing,
That sounds beautiful.
if Michael Heim and I went to Las Vegas with each other with zero supervision, we wouldn't come back.
Yeah, that'd be on your tombstone.
Leaving
for sure.
Las Vegas too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would just go by Jerome.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're not ready for that.
Vegas Jerome.
Oh, I
When
like
you-
Vegas Jerome.
Hey,
It's like
hey,
your
what-
reverse Stefan.
When are you going?
This is his Mr. Hyde. Yeah.
When are you going?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
Why?
you don't live with any structure in your life. That's the problem.
Oh, Jan,
Yes.
Vegas Jerome. If you were ever like a pro wrestling manager, like
Yeah,
Vegas,
Vegas
Jerome
Jerome's
would
pretty
be
good.
incredible alter ego.
Pretty good.
Maybe one day it won't be an alter ego, huh?
So,
God,
someone ping Pickle Giraffe about Vegas Jerome for me. Just
Can
real
you-
quick.
you guys sometimes just gotta like aim higher.
Atlantic City?
No, that's way lower. What are you talking about?
That's not higher than anything.
Yeah, Dubai.
That is way lower.
So what I'm hearing is I should go to Macau.
Yeah. there you
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
And then we wouldn't want you back after that. So Macau Jerome is a whole other thing.
Yeah, I wrote like on my desk here, I have a post-it note, and the last thing I wrote on it, the only thing written on it is just Nightmare Jan. I don't quite remember the context, but I don't
You were gonna
have
get
any
the Soul
negative
Calibur
feelings towards
sword.
it.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was joking. Is that really what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Let's keep the train on the rails here, boys. Okay.
Yeah, never
Sure.
leaves.
Did we start doing voicemails?
Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
we just
We did
Okay.
one, yeah.
But I also need to talk about the coworker thing. It's not great. Every time I hear it, the pain resonates more and more.
Yeah, deeper.
This is not a jib thing. This goes way deeper. I don't know what else to say. The more I think about it, just the more painful it all is. And I just need to talk it out with you guys. Huh?
There was a follow-up, like he wrote, like
There was.
we don't know if we have to like read it, Jan, but wasn't there like an email where
It was like the Jack Backler thing. Yeah.
yeah,
I
the
don't really
Jack-
understand what that was.
It is
yeah.
way worse than Mr. Slate. Chad is asking. It's way worse.
yeah.
It's way worse than Mr. Slate.
Oh, way worse. Mr. Slate animated. Mr. Slate was somebody.
So
Mr.
live.
Slate was visible.
Is Backler more
Coworker.
like Dwight or Michael Scott from The Office?
That is
Neither.
so.
Yeah,
Not, come
ideal
on,
in
dude.
between. Yeah.
In between?
Don't, don't try
No.
and fucking pile on,
I'm
man.
just saying. It's we all agreed, right?
No, we did not. Anyway, do
I don't
with that
think
what you
Backlar's
will.
from a sitcom.
No,
At
they
least
don't
one of
put
those.
these kind of characters on TV.
I'm the fucking HR guy. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, chat. Fuck
I mean,
outta
you're like
here.
the corpo of the group.
What the? No, I mean, no. Next voicemail.
He hates it.
That, like, there are certain things that trigger me in a way that, like,
I know he
People-
wears his like, oh, my horror movie shirts and my punk bands. Like, he's the corpo.
shut the fuck up, man. That sucks. That sucks, and you suck.
He doesn't like that.
What am I supposed to say to that?
See, Backlar, we would have ended the coworker saga probably this.
I know.
week,
I
and then
fucking.
you brought it
You
back
brought
up.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's gonna be a thing. There are
I
gonna be
did.
many calls next week about it.
Yeah.
I did. I saw the opportunity to just jump over it, and I decided to jump into it. Is what I think I did there.
He's going to set up a Microsoft Teams meeting about this. What he does.
No, dude, my corporation not using that garbage. Come on.
Oh, I just got an Asana task about it. Oh man.
Oh, yeah. It's a Backler thing. Yeah.
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 Moving on. I think it's Stan's turn to choose a voicemail.
I'll take Jacob Fatu.
Hey, Bomb Crew. This is Brian from Sterling Heights, Michigan here. First off, I want to say thanks to Jan for the segment where y'all explained what yada mean means, because then I knew what it was about when Jacob Fatu dropped it on Saturday night's main event last night. Second part, I saw a video on TikTok that said salt and vinegar chips are the piss kink of chips. What are the piss kinks of other foods? Thanks. Love the show. Bye.
I'm sorry.
Piss King?
Piss kink.
Why
Piss
are salt and
King?
what is the
Oh, because they're
analogy here?
painful and they sting, and piss doesn't do that. So I don't know.
No. I think you are. I don't think you're describing that correctly.
I was just trying to figure something out.
Salt
Yeah,
and vinegar's good.
I was with you.
I like salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, no, I and the people who have a piss kink, like piss, like that's what we're you saying piss.
You bring
kink,
up a good
right?
point.
Yeah, I think
People
what it's.
like
I think
what
what it's.
they like.
I think what it's. I think maybe I'm reading this wrong. I think it's like the thing that is more common than you think.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Oh,
I thought when I saw this, because it's like
Oh.
I don't know. I know a lot of people who not enjoy it.
Personally,
I'm talking about salt and vinegar chips.
They pee on them?
Yeah, I'm talking about salt and vinegar chips. So I just assumed that like salt and vinegar chips, right? You think are weird, but then you go around, you're like, oh no, everyone really kind of likes them.
Yeah,
like you don't
they're-
find that
Oh.
many people who are like that, like super against it.
I think if that's what they were going for, wouldn't it be foot fetish? Because foot fetish is the one that is like surprisingly common.
Surprisingly normalized, right?
Yeah, I thought that. I mean,
Maybe
that would be
maybe it's
yeah,
got to be
often-
foot kink.
Yeah, joked around about, right?
So okay, let's just say so that it's not the common thing. Then what would piss kink mean?
Yeah, that's where I guess I'm losing.
Okay, I don't like barbecue flavored chips, but are barbecue flavored chips popular?
I
Yeah.
love them.
Okay, never mind then.
They have them at like Subway's got them, and
Yeah,
and
they're
sure,
very
Jimmy
popular.
John's has
I
'em.
think it's barbecue, like salt and vinegar, salt and pepper. It's probably your Mount Rushmore
Sour cream
there.
and
of, like,
onion. Well, no,
Yeah,
I
sour
think
cream
like
and onion,
Cooler
you're right.
Ranch and then nacho cheese here.
Ra-
Yeah.
ranch for chips.
I mean, I think Doritos,
Cool Ranch.
Doritos,
Ranch,
yes.
Cool Ranch is like a Mount Rushmore chip. For sure.
Doritos. I thought we were just talking about tater chips.
Oh.
But yeah,
But Doritos
sure.
not made out of potatoes?
Be right back, guys.
Tortilla chips, right?
Wait, seriously? I didn't even think that was. I just thought they were chips.
I believe
Is that
they're
a crazy
tortilla.
thing? Is that a?
I mean, listen. I think Doritos are designed for you to not think about what they are. So
Yeah,
I
I've never
don't think
once
that's crazy.
thought about where they come from.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not surprising. They're not
They're
fucking
like-
potatoes, though. Obviously,
Oh,
though.
what
They're
are
That's
they?
all.
tortilla chips, but like when I eat them, I'm not like, oh, delicious tortilla. That would actually be a crazy thought.
I
to
never,
have.
I never put together the connection between tortilla chips and tortillas.
Okay, listen.
But I mean, I know that sounds crazy because it's just the same word. I've just
Yeah.
never thought about that before.
Yeah,
Huh.
I get it.
No,
Cool.
that makes sense.
Jan's
Yep.
face and Bacalar's like just the disappointment in his voice. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great. You got what's that? You didn't do your homework again? Cool. I don't care. All right, fine, whatever. Fucking fail out of school. See what I give. I don't
And
give
the
a
other
fuck.
day, I had a bunch of tortillas that were about to go bad.
Yeah.
So I cut them up and deep fried them and
Just
made
fry 'em
myself
up.
tortilla chips.
That's you know what I bought my first thing of tortillas in probably 15 years a couple weeks ago, and I made taco bowls out of them, and I made some little like taquito things.
And I
like
made
the
French
kind of
fries out of
thing.
them because they're potatoes.
Wait, you made a taco bowl out of it? How'd you make the taco bowl?
I got the little gimmicks on Amazon that just kind of conform to the thing, and then you just dump a bunch of stuff in there.
Oh, okay. So it was like a
Or in the air
soft
fryer.
tortilla.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You
Olive
were
oil on each
below me
side.
on the white list, right? What's
he
that?
was he was
You were-
above
you were
I
worse
was
than
number
me.
one somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, most ways.
Jesus
I
fucking
was somehow
Christ.
like did 3 levels more than Minotti, which is insane because he is the George Washington.
I do
After
wonder
that,
how my
I mean,
whiteness
come on.
rating was affected after my opinions on G Unit. G, and I'll say G Unit just to make
Okay,
Dan
thank
happy.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
All right.
Yes,
well, that
sorry,
saves
guys,
you
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, okay,
Say-
cool.
What are the other members of G Unit?
You got Tony Yayo, you got Lloyd Banks, you
Lloyd
got
Banks, yeah.
the game, and 50 Cent.
That's right. The game was in there. Yeah.
I
He was
want to
like,
grub
it started with just the 3, I think, and then the game hopped in.
I
yeah.
definitely remember Lloyd Banks. I would have struggled, even though we were just talking about him, to remember Tony Yao.
You got to quit saying yayo.
I can't stop saying it. I know it's like
yayo, like cocaine.
Yeah, like I know, but like the one time, listen, I was not a big Coke guy. So the one time
Oh.
someone was like, yayo to me, like I was at like a Bonnaroo and I'm like, what is this man saying? And then he did the nose thing. I'm like, oh, that must mean cocaine in a different language. Turns out that's exactly what it is. And so I always just called him Tony Cocaine in my
That's a
circles.
good name too.
Sure,
Tony
sure.
Cocaine.
Yeah, Tony Yayo, Tony Yowie. It's the same thing.
I'll
Yeah.
concede. I'll concede. Like, I think Mike is whiter than you, Dan.
I would agree.
I don't think there's much argument there.
Can we get? And we couldn't like try to like hurt each other with this.
Hurt?
But like questions.
I've
like
already
this,
been
like,
hurt. Try me.
Do you think? Do you think you're whiter than Dan? Like that kind of question. Could we get a lie detector test? And like
Those
ask
are
Mike
those are
Minotti that?
unscientific. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, I know, right. We're doing it for content. I don't give a shit.
So how? So what do you want to do? Someone to
I want
say
to like
that?
put a lie detector test machine onto Mike Minotti's human body, and then ask him the question: do you think you are whiter than Dan Reichert?
So all you're discovering is if
He
well, you're
thinks
trying to discover if he believes that to be true.
Yeah. Right. I don't. But
I
how
think
do-
he-
we
I
can't actually measure whiteness. I don't.
Well,
Well,
you, hey,
okay.
you know.
Second you own a Mickey Mouse shirt.
think.
No, I think he'd lose. I think Mike thinks he's deep down he's the whitest, even more so than Dan, which is like
I think deep down.
you know, totally. All right, we figured it out. We're doing good work here, folks. We're doing science.
Mike just says, no, I don't in the chat.
All right, well, strap this on, buddy,
I
and
who
tell
can
us
only
the
name
truth.
Eminem as far as rappers says.
Well, you forgot about
Kyle Lamar.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
Kyle Lamar. Of course.
Oh man, I told so many people that Kyle Lamar story. I mean, what other evidence do you need?
Yeah.
Come on. It's okay. Don't try and hide it. It's fine. Mr. Carbonara himself, Mike Minotti. All right. Grub, did you go?
No, I don't think I've gone. I'll pick one here. Let's go. Do you know?
Oh, that reminds me. I meant. Oh, wait. Shit.
You okay?
Oh no, okay. I'm gonna delete who.
Oh.
All right. I just got to ask a few members of the gang. Do you know Mike Jones?
Who?
That's all. Bye.
You think he still has the same phone number?
281-330-8004.
You have it memorized.
Mike Jones, get on the low.
Did you guys see the well, you guys probably didn't because it's a sports clip, but there was a post game interview where they're doing the kind of round robin with all the reporters, and Lamar Jackson took a question from someone, the reporter, and the reporter goes, "Mike Jones here," and immediately you could just tell like he was like, and then halfway through the question, he just starts going, "Mike Jones," and it's a very good clip.
Very effective rapper when he was busting out.
It was good marketing.
Yeah.
When was that? What year was that?
That was
at least a decade ago, right?
I was a freshman in high school, so 2006, 2005,
Oh, wow.
2000.
Almost
that's
20 years
years
ago.
ago. Jesus Christ.
Dan. Wow. Okay. All right.
I
Let's not
still
think about
blast
time.
Mike Jones today. It's still good.
Good. Very good. All right, it's my turn. Thank you, caller. Let's do tell him.
Did you know back then hoes didn't want me? Now I'm hot. Hoes all own me. Okay, sorry.
Got it.
I used to know a guy who had knuck tats, and they said, "Damn fuck."
Cool.
And
I
now
fuck with
he's-
Jeff Grubb. Tell him this time, Jan. Goddamn.
So many people fucking with Jeff Grubb. It's pretty awesome. You love to see it.
It's making everything better. It really is. People have now taken to contacting me in various social media platforms and DMs saying, "I fuck with you, Jeff Grubb," or
yeah.
more correctly, "I fuck with you."
That probably feels really good, right?
it
That probably
awesome.
feels like the opposite of being called a coworker.
It does. Yeah, man. I wish you could experience this someday.
I wish that for myself too.
We should sell a shirt that says "I fuck with you, Jeff Grubb."
I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pleased this morning. I was
think my
watching that
kids
Video
wear it.
Game History Foundation thing. And it's like, Grubb popped up. And I was like, yeah, all right.
Oh, but I didn't see the video. I wasn't sure if they were going to use my clip.
Oh,
or
yeah,
not.
you're in
Very
there.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did use that stuff. It's very good. Boy, it's good.
It's great.
Sounds like you really have nothing to be upset about, Jeff.
Things
So-
are really going my way. My
doing great.
coworkers all like me and know my name.
Yeah.
I just at the beginning of the show, you seem to be in like a bit of a downer, but
We're pulling up now.
turning
We're doing
around.
all right.
I love it. Good for you, bud. Chat chose holy water.
Hey, if you drank nothing but like holy water for like 2-3 days, and then you like golden showered a vampire, would it kill it?
I think it depends on you as a person.
Yeah, but I think it's like not like a yes or no.
The
as you as a person.
concentration
It's-
thing.
Yeah, it's a concentration. Like
I think if you
how-
chugged like a few gallons in like 6 hours and then did it, I think
and
you'd
you
be
were
good.
and you were relatively decent as a person.
Do kidneys filter out holy?
I think if they're filled with hate, yeah.
I'm more surprised you understand the kidney's role in
Well,
all
the
this.
liver also plays a big role too, and liver eliminates things. Kidney, it's a filter situation before it goes through the intestines and then out the blood.
Yes, there is an abundance of piss on this episode, we're aware, but I also think for the most part, yeah. Like when you drink so much of a thing, I feel like you can sense its presence
Yeah. Like
as it's leaving.
my scent profile's changed as I've been eating more vegetables recently.
Right?
Sure.
Like
Oh,
it wouldn't be like, a 1-to-1 dumping holy water on said vampire, but I think it would get the job done.
I don't know if it'd get the job done, but it's like when you touch a stove when it's still hot. It's like, oh, ow. Type
Oh,
of
like
stuff.
a minor.
he wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Normally,
he'd recover.
though,
He'd recover.
yeah, normally you'd love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, this is a really interesting question.
it is.
I feel
Can
like
we ask Minotti's doctor, Dad?
I'll call him.
He's
Okay.
at Epcot right now, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he is. Yeah.
hold on, honey, I have to take this. Yeah, that's an interesting question. All kidding aside, like, wow, Like, wow, that was really out there and interesting and weird and fun.
It's
Like,
like you know when you eat too much garlic, you start sweating out garlic.
yeah,
Could you use that as a defensive aura?
I think so.
maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
I think it
no
would
one-
just give you like a nice barrier that like they would still if they really wanted to kill you, they could.
Presumably, that's what's happening in Vampire Survivors.
That's what the garlic
Oh,
does. Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Like it'll kill a bat, but like a more powerful enemy would get through it.
It'll slow down a big 7-foot vampire zombie guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Now, this was a good question. I don't want to encourage too many of these kind because eventually we're gonna like veer into like Kevin Smith podcast territory. We're like, who would win in a fight?
Don't want that.
Batman or a vampire? Yeah.
You think that's the next step?
No. I think there is multiple steps between where we're at and that, but I think we could easily start heading down that direction.
Well,
if we get more of these questions.
We're in Jan's hands. Like, you know,
No, you're right.
it's
you're
his world. We're just
He's
living.
got to
in
deal
it.
with it. So
Yeah. You know,
I
he's
forget
pulling
that
the strings.
I forget that I kind of control the narrative. Of,
You do. You can absolutely put it in ways that we are unaware of.
I didn't even mean for this to be a piss themed episode.
Well, guess what?
Sometimes you
got-
walk into it.
Sometimes you get pissed. Everyone does it.
And earlier this episode, Jeff Grubb was pissed.
was pissed. Yeah.
Yep, we've
Wow.
hit the piss trifecta.
Connect the dots.
Connect that piss. I like saying it like that. Piss.
That's a good.
do.
That is like when I'm mad and streaming and I don't want to like use a big swear word. I'll go piss. And
Yeah,
it's a
piss.
good one.
Piss.
Yeah.
Like that.
People in chat are pointing out the Batman vampire thing. When I think about Batman these days, I exclusively think about the issue he did with the esports team. I can't remember, but whatever. They're like, there was some promotion where they paid DC to make a comic book about them. And one of the pages is there's a problem with games, and Batman's like, I can help. And then they say to Batman, this is a gamer issue, Batman. So
Oh, it was a phase, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, phase. Yeah. I exclusively think about that when I think about Batman. now.
Oh, God.
sure.
We need to stop
Wow.
comic books
I'm
now.
sure Bob Kane and Bill Finger are just rolling over in their grave right now. Just being like, oh,
Mike
cool.
does have this comic in his office. When I was there, I like looked at it multiple
He
times.
would,
Oh my
which
God.
which is exhibit 4 million in the white case.
Hey.
Let me tell you.
It's not. That is definitely ironic. Him having it in there. I'm not throwing him under that bus.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Dan,
Yes.
we turn back to you.
Finest work.
Hey, dumpers. I'm calling because I left a voicemail before that was just me kind of making a bunch of like guttural noises and like scatting and what I can only describe as like bellowing into the phone.
Okay.
And I was going to call and say, don't use that voicemail. But I've been thinking about it, and no, you should use that voicemail. As a matter of fact, I'm proud of that voicemail. I would say it's some of my finest work. So if that's my legacy, so be it. Love you guys.
Love you
Bye.
too.
Thank
Do we
you,
have
Colin.
it, Jay?
I think we played it a couple weeks ago. I
Yeah, was
remember
that-
like one like
Oh, there's a
okay.
follow-up.
Batman.
Oh, there's a follow-up, yeah. Yeah, look, this is the show to do it. And if it somehow breaks through, like we said before, Jan's vigorous screening process,
if
then
you're
more,
like
more
a,
power to you.
if you're an up and coming stand up comedian and you want to work on a tight 5, don't send the 5. Send like half of a joke.
Yeah.
No punchlines.
Let us fill it in.
Yeah, Jim, what is the screen like your unofficial screening process these days? Like, what are the vibes you're looking for?
Well, the vibes are as soon as I see a call is over a minute or a minute 30, I have stopped
Easily.
listening to those.
Yes,
Mhm.
easily. Yeah.
If it reaches 40 plus seconds, I'll entertain it.
Okay.
But short and punchy, do it.
Almost automatic listen.
I think
Automatically, if it's sub 40, I'll automatically listen.
Yeah, the couple times I've had to pick voicemails, it's like it's just so much easier to like, oh, this is 20 seconds, so let's get in there, let's see what this is, and just such a better chance of making the show.
Also, if the automatic Google transcription has fucked up really bad, I will automatically listen to that.
Oh wow, keeping them guessing. Yeah, huh?
Yeah. So just really talk real fucked up. Yeah.
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 And also piss. Yeah, piss.
Yeah. Apparently pissed.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Next week, who knows?
Yeah. New
You have your
barbecue.
orders. Okay, very good. Grub, you're up.
Really? Okay, let's go with eggplant parm.
Hello, dumpers, and especially host Jeff Bacalar. I am also a fellow parmvert, and I want to know where your standing is on eggplant parmesan. I think eggplant parmesan, when done absolutely perfectly, can be better than a chicken parm. But 99.9% of the time it is done badly, and therefore the chicken parm is usually the safer option. But if you get the perfect eggplant parm, oh my God, it's the best. What do you think?
I mean, I love this voicemail. I think it's a lucid, very reasonable, very fair take on eggplant parm. I don't know if I would agree with the ratio the fine caller is putting out there.
He sounds like he knows
99
what he's talking about, though. I don't know if he does, but it sounds like he does.
Sounds like he's been around the block. Sounds like he's had enough of a sampling to make an educated, informed assessment. I think, I'll say this. Chicken parm is usually the standard that we all kind of agree on. That bullseye is much more concentrated, where we all agree that like that's the good thing. I think with eggplant, it's much more of a sort of like spectrum, an open-ended spectrum. I think the problem with eggplant parm is that people don't like how wet it can be and the texture involved.
Those
Like
people
eggplant-
are Mike Minotti. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way he's ever had an eggplant, right? I'm
Said in
gonna
chat,
guess.
quote, I do not fuck with eggplant.
Yeah, of course. Like that's your kryptonite.
I
get
also
it.
kind of don't like it. It's a textural thing for me. It's too just kind of like wet caramelized onion style,
Yeah, I think if you like, for me, a good like I would like my eggplant to be a little drier, right? So then maybe it's thinner and we're like frying that a little more, and you can get kind of like a skin texture with it,
like a something you can bite through a little bit.
Yeah, like almost like a chip, right? Like
satisfying, like like tofu. Like I want to caramelize the edges of the tofu the same way.
Right.
It's like
so if we're-
onions. Like I like a crisp onion more than like I don't like caramelized, but if there's a crunch to it, I'm like, yeah, I like onions like that.
Yeah, there's a fine line between the sautéed and the fried, right? Or like the crispiness of it. But I agree. Like, although, man, now that you're talking about eggplant, I'm thinking like, have you ever had like a salt and boca? I think that
No.
the definition of that varies depending on where you travel. But like a chicken salt and boca, the last time I've had that came out where it was the chicken, and then on top of the chicken you had prosciutto, and then on top of the prosciutto you had a slice of eggplant, and you parm that. Okay. And that's gonna take care of you.
Parm is a verb?
Well, I'm using it as a verb. It's not a verb, no.
Okay. What is the parm?
The parm is the mozzarella and marinara sauce, tomato sauce.
Is it
okay.
breading?
Yeah, breading, sure. It's a fried thing with like red sauce and mozzarella.
It's like Italian cottage.
Oh, I've had a lot of chicken parm.
Oh yeah, mozzarella, and then people will put like Parmesan cheese on top, like grated Parmesan cheese.
Okay,
but mozzarella is used in a lot of Parmesans as well.
Okay, I mean, I'm ignorant on this. I'm legitimately asking.
Yeah, no, I've had it both. Sometimes people like mix it up too.
If only we had an Italian on the show sometimes.
Don't trust them.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
impossible.
Sorry, Matt Piscatello.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
I should listen to that episode. It's from last week. Old news, but he's good.
I had mozzarella sticks the other day, and like
Classic.
I just, I love that so much, but like I just can't, like I feel so bad if I try and go for that second one. Do you know what I mean?
Some of them are fat and big, and you feel like each one of them has got to be like 400 calories. There are some giant ones. Grub, we had those huge ones covered in Cheeto stuff in Ohio at that one brewery.
Wait, okay. At was that at Great Lakes?
No, it was just the morning thing. We were kind of hungover. And we had that waitress that was like
right.
constantly getting stabbed or falling off bridges or something.
Yes. Okay. Right. Yes.
Yeah,
Totally.
those are the giant Cheeto sticks. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, we did. Though. Yeah, we did have that.
mm-hmm.
God, I have this. I'm like weak to certain foods. It's like mozzarella sticks or like a big bowl of like French fries or like pickle chips. Like if that shit's in front of me, like I don't know what to do. I have to like, I should wear your shock watch for shit like that.
That's what it's for. Is for when you have a habit you want to break.
Yeah,
people are like freaking out about the your references to the bartender, Dan, and it's like, guys, it's just the bartender. Like they all have stories like that. They all want to tell you about all the time. Yes, she did not stop the entire time we were there.
Yeah, like every food item was like, oh, those Cheeto sticks saved my life. I remember when I fell off a bridge, and I'm just picturing like Homer Simpson falling off the gurney. It's like, oh yeah, that saved my life back then. It's like, what? Yeah, I had this boyfriend that kept stabbing me, and then oh man, this macaroni saved my life. What?
The bartenders are just yappers, and this one was especially yappy.
Who was the celebrity that used to come into the bar that she
I know. I was
with?
trying to remember the celebrity.
Yeah. She had a lot of stories.
It's like Ron White or something. I don't know.
Ron White. Wow. Is he dead? Is Ron White dead?
He quit drinking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Does he just look like a different person now?
Kinda, yeah.
Is it fucked up that I think Ron White's dead? Like he feels dead?
No, he does feel dead.
He looks like a Christian country singer now with his long hair.
He's only 68.
Wow.
Ron White feels dead.
Oh, he does feel dead.
It looks like he drinks liquid death now. Here's a picture of him drinking liquid death.
He said he was able to stop drinking. He was going to pay like $3,000 a day or something for rehab. He's like, fuck that. So he went to a hypnotist, and that helped him stop drinking for 15 days. And then he went to like a detox place in Costa Rica, and now he hasn't drank since.
Can I do that?
But he does ayahuasca now. Here's the thing about
I don't want to do
that. He cleaned up his
okay.
life with ayahuasca.
I don't listen. I have not done ayahuasca, but I bet there are people who can handle it, and Ron White seems like he might be one of them.
I can see him handling it.
I don't. From what I understand from people I know who do that quite often, it's like real hit or miss.
I don't want to do that.
Like even with the same person.
It's like I know where my soul is. I'm good. I don't need to go searching for it. It's not
But
in a
have you
black
ever
void
seen
inside of me like
Machine
Elon
Elves?
Musk.
Have you ever seen Machine Elves though?
Grub,
No.
if you could get shrunk down and like Psychonaut style go into my brain, would you do it?
I do honestly. I honestly think I am someone who could probably survive that. I don't think
Just
many people
platforming
could.
around my brain.
Yeah.
No,
I think I'm
yeah,
one of the handful of people on Earth that might be able to survive that.
Okay, Grub, answer this
I
for
don't
me.
know. I don't think I would.
I know this place.
But why does it need to be shrunken down?
Well, I don't really remember
Psychonaut.
the technical way that it worked in Psychonauts. It's just like you could go into my brain, and
Got it.
my thoughts and personality were physical things you had to platform around.
Got
Show
it.
a giant bomb. You had a question.
Grub, if you are entering the three of our heads here, what is the level progression in terms of most difficult?
Well, I mean, normal mode is clearly Bacalaur, right?
Yo, yeah. It's just like the Severance. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Just a straight, narrow hallway. Yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of like terminals and cubicles. Yeah.
Nah,
money, just money.
I mean,
Yeah.
like Bacalaur would be like hockey themed, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
Something, yeah. And,
Reports.
and then Jan, yours would be the food level. You know, like there's always like food levels
Yeah.
in platformers now. And then yes, Dan's would be a nightmare carnival.
I think it'd be fun though. I think it'd be the most fun level.
I think it could be fun.
Yeah.
I think it would be challenging in a good. The FromSoft game of brains. Yes.
Yeah,
The Dark
there
Soul
would
of
be
brains.
There would definitely be a part where you have like an Agent Smith fight against a bunch of Paul Reicherts.
Wow.
The Burly Brawl.
I'm going to
The Pauly
think
Brawl.
about. I'm going to think about my level. My level's fun. My level is fun. It's interesting. It's shit you've never seen before.
I love the level, Bacalaur. I do. I love it.
And you leave in a good place. You then what you entered
What if Bacalaur's world is the hub level?
Yeah.
is the what?
The hub
world.
Yeah. The rest of us are the spokes. Yeah.
You get in a car that drives you around.
My level's cool. My level's real cool. I'll tell you all about it next week. I'm also going to pick the next voicemail. Oh my God, we're so close to a dump royale. I didn't realize it. Dark Daxter.
Hey, Dumpers. This is Jake from Boston. I was wondering if you could tell me what your AIM screen names were. I don't know if Nikki and Sean are too young to know what that is. My AIM screen name was Dark Daxter because I made it right after Jack 2 came out, and there was Dark Jack, and I was like, well, that's just a funny guy, and what if there was a Dark Daxter instead? That would be cool. What are your AIM screen names? I love you.
Thank you,
Love
Colin.
you too.
Mine was like Homer S007 and then a few numbers, I think.
I hadn't seen The Lawnmower Man, but I went to summer camp with someone who had. So mine was Job, Jobe something.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes, and then I got banned from AOL for swearing in the Nintendo chat room, and so I was Neo Job, and then I got banned from AOL for swearing in the Nintendo chat room, and then I was Neo Job 64.
Yes.
So there you go.
Mine was just my initials and then my birth year. Real boring.
Yeah, at one point I had Jeff 82 and I just never got it back, and I just lost it to the cracks of time.
Y'all remember your away messages?
Of course. Camel case.
Various lyrics. Yeah.
Always lyrics, always camel case, always a weird Comic Sans font or something like that.
Probably some the author's name of Loathing, Fear and Loathing.
Hunter
S. Thompson.
Probably some Hunter S. Thompson quotes.
Sure.
My brother, you'll like this. My brother's was this sucks. It was skanking, and then in caps RVD.
Yeah! Oh, that's choice.
I can just imagine like skanking with like doing
How sick is that?
RVD.com. Can we get that?
Oh man.
Yeah, how sick is that?
Wow, that's good.
Oh, I hope he's okay. It was no G, it was just skanking.
Skanking RVD is so good.
Oh man.
Wow.
That shit ruled, huh?
I remember being deeply skeptical of skanking because
it's a dance. What do you mean?
Not MP3.
Well, I was
deeply skeptical of skanking.
I was just like,
yeah, your internal radar really firing there, bud.
I was just kind of taught that like any modern music was just like, not just, bad music from my dad,
but not
music.
But
also just like
anything.
I wouldn't trust it in terms of like, oh, this is probably like a drug thing or up to no good thing. And I remember a friend of mine, Zach, in 7th grade had a shirt for, I think it was Blink-182, and had a skanking like rabbit on it.
Yeah.
And I remember like looking at that shirt in class and being like, I like Zach, but I bet he's on drugs.
Oh my God. Again.
You were right.
Again, like the evidence is overwhelming.
The Dare Camp homecoming king here. Yeah.
This was like 2 years after Dare Camp. Yeah. Hadn't worn off yet.
I was going to say, like, it hadn't worn off after 2 years. Come
you
on.
kind of are a narc.
They do the whole clockwork thing, Yeah. I'm not narc anymore. I'm cool now.
Well, you've got some narc adjacent properties.
I grew up a narc, certainly, and nowadays I don't narc. I had a weed gummy last night. What do you think of that?
It's fucking legal, man. What do you mean? What do you mean?
And I played Wario and went to sleep easily.
Man.
God.
I played Dodo and Pachi on my Trim UI brick. It's an older like vertical shooter. And it's like at that time where vertical shooters had been around for a while and 3D was just getting started. So it's got 2D graphics and like 3D elements on it. And I played that while high last night. And that's a good game to play while on marijuana. I really, really enjoyed that.
I've been wanting to do the marijuana and play Tetris Effect for a while. I've had a note on my phone that I should do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was looking at yo-yos last night while I was under the influence.
You going through that yo-yo arc?
I don't think I have enough dexterity in my hands to do the cool, like flippy stuff.
Well, that's another thing to add to my level.
Just get devil sticks instead.
I have no space for devil sticks. Also, the devil sticks would freak Scout out.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking adjacent to that stuff, I was also really skeptical of the kids in the common area before school started that would play hacky sack. I'd be like, I think they need to be.
You were right to
reported
be
for
skeptical
something.
of them.
Yeah. It's like, there's something's up here. This is like
a cop. I can't believe how much
One
of
of
a
them
cop
was
you are.
definitely the one that was selling weed. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was in the hacky sack.
How is that the only thing how's that the only thing you learned?
Is narking?
Yeah. Like, I don't know, how is that the only thing
I
that,
didn't
like,
personally narc as much as I wanted to. You know, I thought somebody should narc on them is the thing I thought a lot more than I actually narked, you know. I didn't want to get involved, really, you know.
Such a cop.
There were kids that would sniff rubber cement on the bus, and I was very disapproving of that also.
All right, well, at least you're right about that.
If you saw a kid like snorting pixie sticks at that time, what would you have thought?
That they were a dumbass. No, but
No,
like,
that they
it would
were
be a fun thing to
cool.
like bet my
Yeah.
friends to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
sure.
they lost at Soul Calibur. Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I did. I made my friend eat a 5-pound thing of hot tamales once, and halfway through, he just puked just neon hot tamale sauce all in. And like it was in a clear bowl, and you could see the hot tamale puke like trickling down through the hot tamales. It was kind of beautiful. I have this on a mini DVD tape somewhere.
Cool, that's your piss kink. I love it.
Yeah,
Hot
that's
tamale
it.
puke.
That's his plastic bag whipping around in the wind from American Beauty.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
My friend did the same thing, except for it was a bottle of the Fireball whiskey that had, like it was all
sure.
red, and
Sure.
he puked that all over my parents' bathroom when we were like
Cool.
20.
Oh, well, all these cool stories. I'd love to stay with them, but we must continue on.
Hey, one more. We rented Wu-Tang Shaolin style for the PlayStation 1. Me and the same guys, the hot tamales one. And before we played the Wu-Tang game, we tried to chug as much of a gallon of water as we could. And then we played Wu-Tang, and we tried to see who would have to pee first. And we both almost pissed our pants.
It's cool.
Kids do dumb shit.
Yeah.
I was 36.
That's like recent.
Wait, yeah. What the fuck?
That's like 4 years ago,
Probably
man.
like 14. Yeah.
Oh, well,
I did
we
buy
had
the
no-
Wu-Tang game recently.
We had no problem believing that.
That was
All
Mike
right.
Minotti.
I want to maybe do a dump royale here. Chat shows that
You
detail.
already got the piss hat trick, so yeah, might as well.
P.S.
Hey, it's Ben in Atlanta. So the barista at one of my local coffee places looks just like Jan if Jan had a mullet and tattoos up his right arm.
Okay.
And I guess it's like a little bit taller. Anyway, whenever I go in, it makes me happy to see him because it makes me think
How
of
do you know?
Jan and Giant Bomb.
Aw.
And Jan, would it have been offensive if I had started the story by saying the Filipino barista at my coffee shop looks like Jan? I debated whether or not to hold off that detail. Anyway, that's all. I love you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, caller. No, I would have accepted it.
Yeah.
You get a pass.
And
Yeah.
what happened when we were in Philadelphia together that I thought you were going to become Roman Reigns, you said, and you were going to get the
Oh.
tattoo and everything?
I've been working on it.
Yeah?
Yes. Talked about this on Blue Sky briefly, but like, I can't fucking rely on a scale to track any type of weight loss. But I had to tighten up the belt recently, and I've been benching more, and
Nice.
my lower
It's the
back.
smoking.
It's not the smoking.
It's curbing your appetite.
It's not the smoking. I ate a whole burrito today. The smoke is probably not helping with training with the 5K. But the chest tat, I actually have an appointment. I have to go to the Philippines though.
For shoot?
For shoot. Yes.
You
Because
have to?
I have to, because I want it done by this 100-year-old woman. I have to go to the
Okay.
forest of the
Better hurry up.
Philippines to find myself.
Wow.
You have to be on
And then-
ayahuasca?
No. And then the thing is, it's like a old style tattooing. So instead of an ink gun, this old lady
Little
has
hammer?
to hammer at my chest.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool.
Jan, you can absolutely expense this.
And Bacalar, thanks for the retro tink. I mean, I know you didn't pay for it; it's the company's money, but thanks.
Bub, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for being reasonable about it.
Of course.
I'm just
got
going
a
to do
really
it. I'm
fun
going to call
level,
his
bud.
bluff. I'm just going to do it and expense it and see what happens.
You are gonna have such an awkward fucking relationship with the finance people. They're gonna be like, "Who's this motherfucker?"
Oh, that's
What-
gonna
Make
be
the
something new.
argument. I can make
Yeah.
the argument.
Dude, if I'm
You just Beckler, you're the one that approved. You just said don't approve, right?
Oh no, I know. No, it's so easy for me.
Yeah.
It's so hard for him.
Your predecessor expensed my last retro tank, but old Corpo Bacalar got to keep the money, the purse strings tight for old
for your
Fandom Corporation.
fucking shocker watch or whatever else you want to fucking
I'd
buy.
rather have a retro tank than a shocker watch.
Well,
I will send you
I
my
don't know what to
shocker
tell
watch
you.
if you let me expense
You're
a
gonna
retro
send him.
tank.
I asked for the shocker watch. You wouldn't send me
I'll
the
send
shocker
Jeff
watch.
Grub the shocker watch, and I'll expense the retro.
You have a
tank.
very dysfunctional understanding of how this all works.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I just
get it
need you
at
to
all.
know that.
Yeah. Seems very confusing.
Like, it's very upsetting.
Actually, all made of tortilla chips. That's the thing.
It's just very upsetting how out of touch you are.
But I don't know. I just feel like it's been a long time. I'm 40. 20 years of not understanding this stuff hasn't really hurt me. So I'm just not going to start understanding stuff now. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
maybe in ways you can't like feel or perceive.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's hurt you.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Again, you need to hear what I'm saying in ways you can't perceive or feel. That's all, and it will continue, and I will make damn sure of it.
I'm expensing this.
Man, there's nothing like
tonight.
It's so sick when like you hear about the crime being planned on a recording. All right, we're gonna get a dump royale going. Jan, which one are we gonna hear first?
Let's do 2 ingredient.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm wondering, what's your favorite 2 ingredient or like 2 food combination? Like, for instance, I think I could live off of potatoes and salt, or like bread and cheese, and then like if you're forcing me to do a dessert, like chocolate and peanut butter. So yeah, I'm just curious. Have a good one. Thanks. Love you.
Peanut
Thank
butter
you,
and
caller.
cheese.
Just peanut butter and cheese, or
Wait,
like
Together? I mean, it's not
No,
terrible
he's-
together, but
He's saying the like what 2 like combination item like that goes together would you live on?
peanut butter and bread.
So peanut butter and bread. That's what he's
Got
asking.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I really like Rolled Gold pretzels and just yellow mustard. Like that's a good little treat for me.
Okay. Rice and soy sauce. Easy peasy.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, God, that's good. Yeah.
I would take bananas and peanut butter.
Oh, that's a good one too.
How do you do that?
Good. Oh.
Are you looking for directions or
No, yeah, because do you scoop out the peanut butter as you like eat the banana, or do you like cover the banana and
Got it.
peanut
on a
butter?
log?
Yeah, no problem. I can speak to this. Sometimes I will toast a piece of like wheat bread.
Well, see, that's 3 things now.
I know, but I'm talking about okay. So if it's just banana and peanut butter, I'm slicing up the banana and then I'm just putting a big old chunk a scoop of
just
peanut butter
on
in the
each
corner
little bite.
there. Yeah,
Little banana chip. Yeah. Okay.
I would cut them all up into little chips and put peanut butter in between and stack them like they were Ritz Bitzes, like little, like a bunch of little sandwiches.
Sure,
with
fair.
crunchy peanut butter. Yeah.
Sure, that's easy.
Bananas
That's
are
fair.
really good.
Bananas are great. I'm finding that, geez, fruit is delicious. Like it is like a thing. I'm like, I'll be hungry and I'll go into the kitchen and normally I would just grab like Cheez-Its or whatever. Like there's apples and oranges and bananas here.
To be fair, it got like really good in like the last 20 years. When we were kids and they were giving us like Granny Smith apples, that was bullshit.
I used to think
it was
you're right.
bad.
I used to think Red Deliciouses were like the most amazing thing. It's like no, we get
it's like trash to
Honey
you now.
Crisp
And
is
it's
like you know.
I liked it at the time, Dan, but it's like, oh no, they have made vast improvements.
Yeah,
to apples recently.
Apples, pineapple, there's just such crazy flavor to these things, and it just happens in nature. It's insane.
Yep.
Here's a dumb
a
question.
lot of intervention from us, but yes.
Yeah, a ton of intervention from us, actually. Yes.
Is it like
Bananas. If it
dogs?
was- what? Oh,
What?
yeah, it's exactly like dogs.
It is like dogs, where it's like
It's exactly like
wolves
dogs.
are like the shoot version, and then we work them into dogs.
Yes, and like the shoot version of bananas have like really large rocky seeds in them and stuff. You just like we selected the ones that were the most edible and planted those over thousands of years. And
we did a good job with that.
What an insightful commentary that was, Dan.
There's a logic to it, right?
I'm not being
we
serious.
domesticated apples like we domesticated dogs. Yeah.
Apples are like wolves.
And there's an
I
argument
haven't-
that both things domesticated us.
Yeah, I haven't heard you say something like that since his grass fish.
That's what I was thinking of.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but there was a logic to that too.
Yep. Man, I saw that clip the other day. I forgot how funny that was. Good job, Jan.
I think it made sense in context.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were like not high, but absolutely high. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fun show. I like that.
Yeah.
We should put those out. Well, no, we would get clapped on YouTube. Never mind.
Did we
No, I think they would just be demonetized.
Oh, right. Okay.
You
We
guys
showed
watched the
other
entirety of Terminator 3 during those episodes. So
We just watched a bunch of like other videos.
Oh, that's right.
But that's
yeah.
fine. Like everyone does that. You just get
Sure,
demonetized.
Yeah. Let's get Hassan's lawyer.
Yeah, that's their problem. All right. Last one. Hey, Dump Royale, sound the alarms. Light the beacon.
I'll hit the button.
If
Like
money
those-
doesn't grow on trees, then why do banks have branches?
That hurts.
Yeah, it makes
just
sense.
not the best. Anyway, let us have it, Jan. The final voicemail.
Hey, Jan, I called in a few minutes ago asking what your guys' movie is you've seen the most, and I realized I could answer that for you, so I thought I'd give you guys the list so you let me know how accurate this is.
Oh.
Dan is obviously MacGruber. Jeff Grubb would be Frozen because he has children. Both Mitch and Lucy would be the Fellowship of the Ring. Both Jan and Nikki would be High School Musical 2.
Shut the fuck up.
Jeff Bakalar would be some hockey movie, maybe Mystery Alaska or Miracle.
Yeah.
And Cam would be Demolition Man, of course. And finally, Turbo Sean, the shower scene from Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Let me know how it goes. Okay, bye.
Oh shit!
Oh god!
What a setup!
Good call. That was a good way to end this show.
100% correct with mine.
Now, what would Grubb? What would yours be for real?
He's along very smart lines, but I watch a lot of movies over and over. So mine would be probably like The Abyss or some James Cameron movie or something like that, or probably Empire Strikes Back.
Nice. What about you, Jan? Is it High School Musical?
No, I do love High School Musical too. Bet on It is is a cinematic masterpiece. I don't want to admit this.
No, it's okay. Do it.
But I think it might be The Pest.
Oh my God! Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I've been flirting with the idea of watching The Pest in 2025.
We watched it so many times in high school.
That's the only reason I know The World's Most Dangerous Game is because I was looking at The Pest afterwards and was like, oh, it's based on a book.
That's okay. That's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah. That's okay.
It is okay. It really is. Bakalar, what's yours?
Someone in chat, I don't know who it was. Who was it? I think it might. Oh, Jacob Gray. I think it might be The Fifth Element.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Fifth Element or like Wayne's World.
Should we do a film in 40s of The Pest?
Should we do? Why'd you say it like that?
I saw that in chat and I was like, should we do that maybe?
There's some problematic stuff in the intro. That's all.
I'm guessing throughout the movie.
Yeah, that's kind of throughout the movie.
Yeah, there's specific stuff in the intro I'm like thinking of, but
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think we could just say, well,
Okay,
that's
hold on.
we don't
When
like
did-
that, but this is still a funny man.
When did The Pest come out? That was
Like
97?
97, yeah.
Wow. In the same year, John Leguizamo was in The Pest and Romeo plus Juliet.
Boy, that's like Jim Carrey's 94. Wow.
When did he do Spawn? Was that later?
That's like
It must have
98,
been
99.
later.
Be like right around the same time. God, what a
97.
90s were.
97 also?
Yeah.
90s were great.
Wow.
Yeah, they really just could do anything in the 90s. We had everything.
It was perfect.
All right. Are we going to be those guys now?
I
Come
can't
on.
help. Look, it does suck now in a lot of ways. It does. The content farm, the way that they fucking make stuff now sucks.
Yes, I agree. But HD is cool. Like,
No,
of course, video games are cool.
I mean, tonight I'm playing a Wario game and watching a SmackDown from 2001. So, it's
just
that
like
one was all right.
We used to get 10 different games for each sport, and most of them were cool, fun arcade games.
Yeah.
Now we just get the one.
I'm with you. I just don't.
Hey, you're right. Echo,
No,
you
like,
are right here.
I just finished saying the other day that like I wax nostalgic of like when you didn't have access to the internet outside of your computer.
Yeah, that was a good episode of that show.
Where I was like, yo, I'm in the zone right here now. Now I'm in my internet zone. And I can do the things and I walk away and it doesn't follow me.
The big wooden cabinet with the the e-machine in it.
I get it. I think, we're always evolving or devolving, however you think of it. Holy shit, we gotta go. Thank you so very much, Jan, Dan, Grub, all of the callers, except for the ones that like give me pain, direct pain. I'm not thanking you. I just want you to know that. And I'm thinking about you. And I'm thinking about ways to get back at you. 707 Exit Flu is our phone number. Give us a ring for next week, and we'll be back with a brand new show. Love you all very much. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, bye-bye.
Lord Bartholomew?
Thursday. The machine's on.